Welcome to our US Briefing Show. Today, we're diving into some exciting sports news. German footballer Lara Schenk is making waves in Canada's Northern Super League, bringing her international experience to help grow women's soccer globally. She sees the league as a shining example for European leagues to learn from, emphasizing professionalism and player rights. Next up, tensions heat up in the Middle East as Israel pushes forward with controversial settlement plans in the West Bank, including the divisive E1 project. These developments could fracture the possibility of a Palestinian state, drawing strong condemnations from Palestinian leaders and concerns from the international community about peace and stability. Finally, wildfires in Canada are filling the U.S. with smoke, creating health concerns across the border. Interestingly, while some U.S. politicians call for action, their focus remains elsewhere, not addressing the root causes like climate change. It's a reminder of the complex politics behind environmental issues. Please continue to watch for more details. Deutsche Welle reports on Lara Schenk, a German footballer who has made history by joining the Montreal Roses in Canada's Northern Super League, NSL. Her journey from playing in Spain and Belgium to becoming the first German player in the league highlights her adventurous spirit and dedication to women's soccer. Schenk praises the NSL for its professional structure, which she believes European leagues can learn from, emphasizing the importance of standard contracts, minimum wages, and professional conditions. The league, driven by former Olympian Diana Matheson, is designed to promote long-term growth and inclusivity, with provisions like extended maternity leave and player consent for transfers, making it appealing to players like Schenk who aspire to shape the future of women's football. CNN details Israel's controversial plans to expand settlements in the West Bank, a move seen by many as an effort to permanently dismantle the possibility of a Palestinian state. The E1 project, which has been frozen for years due to international opposition, aims to connect Jerusalem to Ma'ale Adumim, effectively splitting the territory and making a contiguous Palestinian state impossible. Israeli officials, led by far-right finance minister Bezalel Smotrich, frame the development as a means to solidify a Jewish reality in the region, dismissing Palestinian claims and ambitions. The international community, including the Palestinian National Council, condemns these plans as illegal and destructive to peace prospects, with organizations like Peace Now warning that such expansion risks plunging the region into further conflict, undermining any chance for a two-state solution. Yahoo US discusses the paradox of climate policy in the context of North American wildfires. While the smoke from Canadian wildfires has blanketed parts of the US, sparking health concerns, Republican leaders are demanding action, yet notably not on climate change itself. This disconnect underscores the political divide over addressing the root causes of increasingly severe wildfires, which scientific consensus attributes to climate change. Instead of advocating for urgent environmental policies, the focus remains on immediate responses to the smoke and fire crises, revealing a reluctance among some political factions to confront the broader issue of climate change, despite its clear role in exacerbating such natural disasters. The South China Morning Post highlights the shifting global landscape of power and diplomacy, with a focus on the Alaska meeting where European nations are notably absent as Russia and the US, under Putin and Trump respectively, pursue their strategic interests over Ukraine. The article underscores Europe's rapid efforts to reduce dependency on Russian energy, with imports dropping by 86% since 2022, yet still maintaining significant trade, especially in natural gas and steel. Meanwhile, the US continues to engage in complex trade relations with Russia, importing crucial commodities like fertilizer, palladium, and uranium, despite sanctions and diplomatic tensions. The persistence of these economic ties reveals the difficulty of fully disentangling from Russia's resource-driven economy, even amidst ongoing conflict and sanctions. CNN reports on the paradoxical economic engagement of the US and Europe with Russia, despite their political stance against Moscow's invasion of Ukraine. While the US has threatened hefty tariffs on Indian and other nations purchasing Russian oil, it still imports billions worth of Russian goods, including fertilizer and palladium, crucial for agriculture and industry. Similarly, Europe has significantly cut its reliance on Russian energy, especially oil, but continues to import natural gas and some metals like nickel, illustrating the complex web of economic dependencies. Western companies remain operational in Russia, providing a semblance of normalcy for its population, even as the broader narrative emphasizes economic sanctions and strategic distancing. This ongoing trade underscores the challenge of balancing political objectives with economic realities, revealing a world where economic interests often outpace diplomatic rhetoric. South China Morning Post also discusses China and India's deepening energy ties with Russia, contrasting sharply with Western efforts to reduce dependence. India's imports from Russia surged to $67 billion in 2024, primarily driven by petroleum, with Russian oil dominating over 36% of India's market, a stark increase from pre-war figures. China's engagement is similarly robust, importing approximately $130 billion worth of Russian goods in 2024, including significant quantities of crude oil. These relationships highlight how energy needs and economic pragmatism continue to forge strong links with Russia, despite Western sanctions and geopolitical tensions. The article illustrates a global energy landscape where nations like India and China leverage Russia's resource wealth to bolster their own economies, complicating the Western-led efforts to isolate Moscow and reshape the geopolitical order. CNN reports on Dr. Colleen Crowley's life-changing decision to move her family from the manicured, sheltered environment of Montecito, California, to the more authentic and nature-rich setting of San Sebastián, Spain. Crowley, an American psychologist, describes the move as amazing and transformative, emphasizing how it has enriched her children's perspectives and overall happiness. The family's journey was facilitated by the pandemic's shift towards remote work, allowing them to sell their home, downsize their belongings, and embrace a new lifestyle centered around outdoor adventures like surfing, hiking, and exploring the Pyrenees. Crowley's fascination with Spain was partly inspired by her Spanish heritage and her love of outdoor activities, which she could pursue more freely in Spain's relaxed culture. Despite some cultural adjustments, such as navigating Spain's slower bureaucracy and adapting to the siesta schedule, she highlights the increased quality of life, lower costs, and excellent healthcare as major benefits. Her children now travel extensively and have cultivated a diverse worldview, a change she attributes to their new environment. Crowley has even turned her experience into a resource for others contemplating similar moves, all while marveling at her children's newfound independence and resilience. Yahoo US discusses the ongoing crisis in California, where Democrats are demanding accountability amid severe fire season challenges. The state, notorious for its wildfires, faces increased scrutiny as firefighting resources are reportedly being cut during a critical period. A recent brush fire in Ventura exemplifies the ongoing struggle to contain blazes that threaten communities and ecosystems. The article underscores concerns over the state's firefighting capacity, especially as climate change exacerbates fire risks, and highlights the political pressure on officials to address these cuts and improve emergency preparedness. The situation remains urgent, with residents and officials alike calling for transparent answers and increased investment in firefighting efforts to safeguard lives and property in the face of worsening fire seasons. Thank you for tuning in. The content above showcases the latest briefing reports and analytical synopses, thoughtfully curated by the 6Do team. These insights stem from a wide array of reputable media outlets, think tanks, government sources, and specialized experts worldwide. We encourage you to explore these sources for a comprehensive perspective. Keep in mind that while the content may not always align with the official standpoint of 6Do Brief, it's not meant to be taken as absolute directives for decision-making. Comprising seasoned media professionals, learned scholars, and accomplished scientists, the 6Do team embodies a trailblazing, fully independent media entity. To customize 6Do Brief to meet your professional needs, you have the option to subscribe to a diverse array of briefings on our website, 6dobrief.com. Regardless of your location, you can conveniently receive 6Do Brief via email.
Turn on the TV screen, see the world unseen. China's on the news tonight, history in the spotlight. Scroll through my phone again, find out where to begin. Stories from the east to west, learning from the very best. News in China every day, learning in a fun new way. From the cities to the farms, feel the heartbeat, feel the charm. Ancient tales in modern times, mountains high and river rise. Culture rich in every town, golden driving never down. Every headline a new friend, from beginning to the end, connecting hearts through every word. China's story all